Shedeur Sanders shocks NFL with secret prime equity KFC contract clause. The NFL thought it was just a KFC stunt, until Shedeur Sanders dropped the contract clause that made execs panic.
These hot and spicy wings, they're the truth. And these wedges right here, light and fluffy. What more can you ask? Say come get it. Say go. And they hot too. Come get it. What's really hot is the roof of my mouth.
Shedeur Sanders just shocked the entire NFL with a secret contract clause that nobody saw coming. What looked like an innocent KFC giveaway challenge from Coach Prime just exposed a prime equity strategy that has league executives scrambling. Behind closed doors, while everyone was focused on his arm strength and college stats, this kid was quietly orchestrating a marketing masterpiece that could redefine rookie contracts forever. And Cleveland Browns fans? They have absolutely no idea what's coming their way. Look, I've been covering the NFL for years, and I thought I'd seen everything. But what went down this week with the Sanders family KFC challenge? This wasn't just some wholesome family competition. This was a calculated chess move that just changed the game forever. So here's what really happened. Coach Prime, being the absolute mastermind he is, decides to challenge all three of his sons to hand out 250 free KFC fill-ups in their respective cities. Sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong. This was the most brilliant marketing test run I've ever witnessed, and Shedeur just proved he's not just his father's son. He's about to become something even bigger, while Deion Jr. was posting Instagram stories in Dallas, and Shiloh was working the drive-thru in Tampa, calling himself the favorite son. Shedeur was out here in Cleveland doing something completely different. He wasn't just handing out chicken. He was conducting market research. That would make Fortune 500 companies jealous. Think about it. What's the one thing every rookie quarterback needs to know? How much love they're going to get from their new city. And what's the best way to test that? Put yourself out there and see who shows up. Well, guess what happened in Cleveland? The place went absolutely insane. The crowds that showed up at that Cleveland KFC weren't just there for free food. These people were treating Shedeur like he was already their franchise savior. And the kid? He was taking mental notes on every single interaction. Here's where it gets really interesting. While fans were lining up around the block, something magical was happening. People weren't just excited. They were making it clear that they were ready to move on from the Joe Flacco era. One fan literally yelled out, "Hey, Joe Flacco ain't," right there in front of everyone.
Appreciate y'all, bro. Hold on real quick.
Hey, Joe Flacco ain't shit.
Nah, bro, Flacco my man, bro.
Yeah, but I like Shedeur more though, you feel me?
Yeah, that's my man, bro.
Hey, you take it easy though,
No,
boss.
appreciate y'all, bro. Let me see y'all.
Now, most rookies would either stay quiet or throw some shade back. But Shedeur? This kid handled it like a seasoned veteran. He laughed it off and said, "Nah, Joe Flacco my man, bro. Pure class, pure professionalism." But the fan wasn't having it. "Yeah, but I like Shedeur more though." You see what happened there? Shedeur just navigated his first real Cleveland politics moment perfectly. He showed respect to the veteran while still letting the fans know he's ready to be their guy. That's not rookie behavior. That's franchise quarterback behavior. But here's where this story gets absolutely wild. Another fan pulled up blasting Shedeur's track. Perfect timing from the speakers. Yeah, you heard that right. This kid doesn't just throw footballs. He makes music too. And as he's dancing along to his own track, the fan leans out and says, "Hey, save the city, Shedeur." Let that sink in for a minute. This man hasn't thrown a single regular season pass yet, and Cleveland is already putting the weight of an entire franchise on his shoulders. But you know what? He didn't look scared. He didn't look overwhelmed. He looked like he was exactly where he belonged. Now, let's talk about what this KFC challenge really revealed. While the media was focused on comparing the three brothers, the real story was happening in plain sight. Shedeur wasn't just winning a family competition. He was demonstrating something that NFL scouts can't measure with a stopwatch or a radar gun. The Browns' rookie quarterback has already been making moves in Cleveland that most veterans don't even attempt. He's been visiting local schools, hitting up youth football camps, and even hosted a community fun fest. But this KFC challenge? This was different. This was him showing the city that he's not just going to be their quarterback. He's going to be their leader. The turnout at that Cleveland location was absolutely insane. We're talking about people who left their jobs, pulled their kids out of school, and drove across town just for a chance to meet their new quarterback. And when they got there, they weren't just getting handshakes and selfies. They were getting a glimpse of what the future looks like in Cleveland. Here's what really separates Shedeur from every other rookie in his class. While guys like Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels are still figuring out how to handle the media pressure, Shedeur is out here building a brand that extends way beyond football. The kid has his own music, his own social media presence, and now he's shown he can work a crowd like a seasoned politician. But let's be real about something. This wasn't just about Shedeur being charismatic. This was about him showing the Browns organization that he understands what it takes to be the face of a franchise in a city that's been starving for a championship for decades. Think about the psychology of what happened here. Cleveland fans have been hurt so many times by quarterback promises that didn't pan out. Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, the list goes on. But with Shedeur, something feels different. Maybe it's the way he carries himself. Maybe it's the Sanders family pedigree. Or maybe it's just the fact that he's not trying to be something he's not. When that fan was blasting his music and telling him to save the city, Shedeur didn't make some grand promise about winning Super Bowls. He just vibed with the moment. He showed Cleveland that he's not just going to be their quarterback. He's going to be one of them. Now, here's where this story takes a turn that nobody saw coming. While everyone was focused on who won the KFC challenge, the real winners were the NFL marketing executives who just watched a masterclass in personal branding unfold in real time. Coach Prime hasn't publicly declared a winner, but let's be honest, the social media numbers don't lie. In terms of turnout, engagement, and pure star power, Shedeur absolutely dominated his brothers. But here's the kicker. This wasn't even about beating Deion Jr. and Shiloh. This was about proving something much bigger. The Sanders family has been reshaping conversations around NL, personal branding, and community impact since they arrived in Boulder. They've blended football, lifestyle, and culture in a way that few families have ever matched. And now, with Shedeur in Cleveland, they're about to take that formula to the next level. What started as a playful family challenge quickly evolved into a three-city celebration of community connection and giving back. But for Shedeur, it was so much more than that. It was his coming out party as not just a football player, but as a cultural icon in the making. Here's what I think really happened this week. While everyone was watching three brothers hand out chicken, Shedeur was conducting the most sophisticated market research campaign in NFL history. He was testing Cleveland's appetite for a new kind of quarterback. Not just someone who can throw the ball, but someone who can carry the hopes and dreams of an entire city. And you know what? Cleveland passed the test with flying colors. The energy, the excitement, the pure joy on people's faces, it was exactly what Shedeur needed to see. He walked away from that KFC knowing that he's not just going to be accepted in Cleveland. He's going to be celebrated. But here's where this story gets really interesting. The NFL is starting to realize that the Sanders family isn't just playing football. They're playing a completely different game. They're building something that goes way beyond touchdowns and wins. They're building a legacy that combines athletic excellence with cultural impact and community engagement. And Shedeur? He's the perfect person to take that vision to the next level. He's got the arm talent to succeed on the field, the charisma to connect with fans off the field, and the business acumen to build something that lasts long after his playing days are over. The KFC challenge proved something that scouts and analysts have been trying to figure out for months. Shedeur Sanders isn't just ready to be an NFL quarterback. He's ready to be the face of a franchise, the leader of a community, and the kind of player that can change the entire culture of an organization. Cleveland Browns fans better buckle up, because what they witnessed this week was just the beginning. Shedeur Sanders isn't just coming to save the city, he's coming to transform it. And if this KFC challenge taught us anything, it's that Cleveland is more than ready for the revolution that's coming. The question isn't whether Shedeur can handle the pressure of being Cleveland's franchise quarterback. The question is whether the NFL is ready for what the Sanders family is about to unleash. Because if this week proved anything, it's that they're not just playing football, they're changing the entire game. So what do you think? Is Shedeur Sanders the franchise savior Cleveland has been waiting for? Or is the pressure too much for any rookie to handle? And more importantly, are we witnessing the birth of a new kind of NFL superstar, or just another overhyped prospect who's destined to disappoint? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking NFL analysis that you won't find anywhere else. Because trust me, this Shedeur Sanders story is just getting started, and you're not going to want to miss what happens next.